Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. Before I begin, I would just like to thank everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed to my channel. I would also like to thank those who have purchased a reading and to those who have donated to my channel. Thank you so much. Also, I would like to thank everyone who has commented on my videos. This is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Take what does and leave the rest. Check your moon and your rising sign for your messages, or if this does resonate, perhaps your moon or your rising sign can give you more details. This is for the sign of Cancer for the last 2 weeks of May, or from the time you view this video going forward. These energies can play out to as much as 6 months. Now, at the center of your reading, we have the Three of Wands. Typically, this is a card that would suggest that you have done all you could. You've sent your ships out to sea, and you are waiting to see if they'll come back full or empty. It's a card of waiting, really. You're waiting on something. Another way this could go is you may suspect things going on behind your back, or this can indicate that perhaps you have turned your back on something. Now, under that card, I feel that, you see, I have this 10 of Cups, and with that I have the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, and the 4 of Cups. These cards tell me that you're carrying some sort of heavy burden, and you would like to lay these burdens down. You're tired and you're weary, and this has to do with home and family. There's a decision, a very emotional decision you need to make, and you're just not happy with your situation. It's like you're focused on what has already happened, and it's like you can't see the opportunity here that the universe is trying to hand you, or unwilling to see it. I feel for some of you that you've turned your back on something, that you just, like, you don't want to see it. And I'm saying that because the moon is here at the center of this reading, and the moon speaks to hidden things, deception, illusions. If I look at these cards, it's possible you could be hiding something. I'm not saying that it's bad, it's just that there's something that perhaps you need to speak up about. It speaks to intuition and following that gut feeling. This is a card of hidden things going on behind the scenes. So either that would be you or someone else. It's funny, but I do have a feeling like because it's just because the way these cards are falling here. And I just have a feeling that there's some sort of truth that you're keeping here. So let's get on with the reading. We have the King of Pentacles here. Could be a boss, could be a banker. It's someone who handles money quite well. Someone very successful. He would also can indicate good fortune with regards to money matters. The negative side to that king is he could be deceptive, impulsive, jealous, untrustworthy. Now, He's sitting with the 7 of coins, which is a card of assessment. Should I continue? This is a card of what you've put your effort into so far, the results of your efforts. It's possible for some of you that you may be waiting on money. It's possible for some of you, you may receive a small amount of money because this is only a 7. For some of you, you could be assessing a relationship. You're thinking about this because this is, you're looking over at the Hanged Man here. And I also have the Empress. So if you're waiting on money, know that this money is coming, and I would think that it would be fairly soon because the Empress does represent springtime. So I would think that that would be coming in fairly soon, or news of it. The Hanged Man it's a sacrifice card, and it's also a waiting card. So perhaps you feel, let's say it's a relationship or a project, you're asking yourself, how much more can I sacrifice, or how much more am I willing to sacrifice for this? The Hangman would suggest a change of perspective is needed. The Empress would suggest, if we're speaking of somebody who's trying to start up a project, that whatever it is would hold a lot of potential for you. Because she's next to the Hangman, you could simply be thinking of starting up something. Or perhaps you've started up something and it's not bringing in what you thought it would at this moment. Know that there is news coming about money. I have the Page of Coins here sitting under this King of Coins. So if you are waiting on news about a loan or something, that message is coming. If you have applied for a job, you will have news of that. That sits next to the Three of Pentacles. This is you trying to build something, and it's something that doesn't feel like work. It's something you're passionate about. This card would suggest that the right people will show up to help you. Again, this sits next to the Two of Cups, which is a commitment, something you feel, or something or someone that you feel you have this soul connection with. Someone who is the perfect match for you, or something. It could be a person, it could be a job. Here I have the Ten of Swords sitting next to this moon and under the Empress. The Ten of Swords shows that there's been some sort of feeling of betrayal here. But it's a 10, which means it's over, it's done. This could have been, because it's sitting under the Empress, who represents fertility and birth, new beginnings. She could represent a new beginning after this betrayal. But negatively, she can also represent domestic upheaval and even domestic abuse. So this could have been what caused this. For, some of you, everybody's situation is different here. And it's like you're not seeing everything. Here I have a couple. I have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. There's some sort of confusion within this relationship, and this could have to do with money because, you know, I have several coin cards here. I have the King, I have the 7, the Page, 3, and I have the 9 and the 6 over here. So, you know, there could be confusion over money within this relationship. This could be what this betrayal is about. I mean, this can go many different ways. So there's confusion over money for some reason. Like this 9 of Pentacles can indicate somebody who's feeling alone within a relationship also. But the 9 of Pentacles typically would indicate success through your own efforts. It can also indicate money coming to you, and it's sitting above the 6, so I do believe that there is some money coming towards you if you're waiting on money. I have the Knight of Cups here. You know, there could be some confusion around an offer of having to do with a relationship, taking it up a level, or reconciliation. I mean, you know, this card can cover a lot of things. And there could be some confusion with regards to this, and this could be financially. I feel that the 6 of Pentacles speaks to, it's an equal exchange of energies. Perhaps one person feels the other is not doing their part, which is bringing some heartache to the relationship, because I do have the 3 of Swords. Now, I pulled clarifiers on that 3 of Swords. I do strongly feel, because I have so many Pentacle cards here, that a lot of this it's around money. But we end this here with a conversation, and it's a conversation I feel that you fear having. There's a lot of emotional distress about this conversation that you want to have, and you're fearful of having it with someone. That's what I'm getting from these cards. I don't see any third party here. I feel that this 3 of Swords has to do with a conversation you're fearful of having with someone. Yeah. So there's money coming in. That I can see that here in cards. I also see that presently there are issues having to do with finances. Whatever this is, whether it's a job or a project or a relationship, this is something that you are very passionate about. The Hangman also would suggest, because of the halo here, it speaks to divine guidance, and that you should be looking for the signs. And, you know, here, this person's unwilling to see anything. Is so focused on what happened before, previously, what led up to this moment, that he can't see any signs, he can't see any opportunities. The emotional decision, I feel, is over here. Some sort of conversation has to be had here that hasn't been had yet, to kind of clear the air. Perhaps there's even and I don't know why I keep getting a confession. Somebody's keeping something to themselves, and it's causing them some heartache here. So that's it. That's what I got for you, Cancer. I hope it helps somebody out there. If you would like to book a reading, the details on how to do so are in the description box below. Many blessings to you. Bye for now.